All right, just leaving Bear's Den. Head back down here to the trail and get going. Kind of getting a late start. It's 8 o'clock, but we had to get up and eat the free pancakes. So took us a while. Awesome spot. Very nice, friendly, helpful people there. So yeah, very cool. Just head down here to the trail and get back going. We got a pretty long day, 15 miles. So we're gonna have to really try to make up some time every chance we get so we can get to the parking lot for our pickup time or at a decent hour, and hopefully not have to be hiking it dark. So all right, I'll bring you back. So coming out of Bear's Den, we're still in the roller coaster almost all the way until the end, so it's just going to be nothing but up and down, up and down. So kind of on a decline. So we'll get to the bottom of this, we're just going to head up another mountain. So I don't know, it showed that there's a lot of people that run this part of the trail between here and where we're getting picked up, so that hopefully it's a little bit easier terrain. I know it's still going to be the same, you know, elevation gains, but if it's not so rocky, it makes it a little bit easier as far as speed and keeping momentum. So we gotta put in the miles today. I mean, we can't do 1 mile an hour. It'll be a 15-hour day, so we already got a late start. So just need to put in the effort today. Definitely probably be worn out by the end, but yep, just gonna keep on trucking, get down to the bottom of this valley and head up the next mountain. I'll bring you back later as we're ascending. We'll see how the trail looks then. So I'll bring you back. All right, still descending on the descend here, that same hill, coming out of Bear's Den. Little bridge here, pretty cool. If I can safely get down there to it. Yeah, pretty cool. It's kind of flat back there a little bit and not so rocky. Ooh, got some low water here. Pretty muddy. So just hop from rock to rock here. All right, looks like we're gonna start ascending the hill. So I'll bring you back. All right, we just hit another peak on our way back down. The peaks are seeming to get a little bit, that one was pretty short, but they've all kind of been pretty short here. But yeah, not much of a peak, enough to walk and barely catch your breath from the hill. Get you a drink and it's back downhill. So yep, it would be a little bit better if it wasn't so rocky on the way down. Kind of really watch your step and take your time. But here and there it's been getting kind of smooth and then right back into the rock. So this may end up making us have a Very long day. I think we finished the roller coaster, and then we got a couple miles to the parking lot, so we may make up some time through that area. I don't know, I'm gonna take these a little smoother side trails so I don't have to deal with them rocks. Risk breaking an ankle or something. It'd be hard to walk out here like that, because there's no coming to get you. You'd have to make it to a parking somewhere or a road. So, all right, I'll bring you back. I don't know if you can tell, but it looks like the trail goes down that way, and then I'm assuming we got to go up a mountain. So, get around this corner and take a look at the path. Kind of get an idea of what we're dealing with. I know that's the trail, but looks like people have been cutting their own little trails where it's a little easier going. Which, since we're just starting this morning, that's fine by me. Taking the easier path. But yeah, this is kind of what we're dealing with. You can see so we got to follow the rocks all the way down. I'll bring you back when we start going up the other side after we get down this valley. All right, looks like we have finally reached the bottom of the valley, and we got a creek to cross. It's like a great spot to get some water if you needed it, but I filled up it. Oh yeah, that'd be a perfect spot right there to get some water. You just fill your bag right up. But I got full at Bear's Den. Filled up my Camelback and my water bottle. So I'll drink out of my Camelback until I run out, and then I know I'm down to 1 liter. All right, looks like we're gonna start the ascent up the next mountain. So I'll bring you back when we reach the top. I'm sure you don't want to hear me huffing and puffing trying to make it up it. Well, seems like this one's the never-ending ascent here. We just passed another hiker. I don't know, it may change up our whole hike, but he left Ashby Gap and hiked to Sam Moore, which that's where we were originally gonna hike to. Said it took him over 8 hours to get from Ashby Gap to Sam Moore. I'm not sure it's gonna work out for us for our ride. We may have to rethink and get picked up on a road before Ashby Gap, because we'll be hiking this in the dark. Plus my wife is picking us up. She works at 3 o'clock in the morning, so that's not going to be a good time for her. So we'll get to Sam Moore. We'll rethink what we're doing here. Never know, it might be a good time. We might be able to make it. We'll see. I'll bring you back. So just got on this, finally made it up that hill. Whew. Had to sit down and take a break after that one. Kind of look at the map, figure out what we're gonna do. We'll just see. We're almost to Sam Moore. We're just gonna keep on trucking. If we have to stay another night, we just stay another night, and then we'll hike out. My wife gets off about noon. See if she can come get us after she gets off work. Just might be what.
3 miles. 1 hour 44.
Yeah, because we've barely done 3 miles.
Elevation 1,000.
Been a couple hours. So. Like I said, we'll just have to see. Got food. Eat some granola bars for lunch. I got a dinner. I got a breakfast. Then we just have to truck out of here and maybe eat some more granola bars or something for lunch. But yep, we'll see how it goes. We have not passed the sign that says Sam Moore yet, but I was looking at my map. It looks like we're pretty close. Starting to pass some hikers with just their water packs on, so and they probably just go parking lot to parking lot, or parking lot to the end and then turn around and come back. So there is road access, but looks like that was a short peak, and back down the hills we go. So I'll bring you back when we get to the bottom and see what we're looking at coming up the other side. Man, I don't know, we're still descending, just kind of came to a little flat area, but man, I can see through the trees on the right hand side, and we are up there. I can see the tops of the other mountains. Looks pretty level with us, so we're up there. Looks like we're going to continue down. I don't like going down too far. It just means we got to come back up on the other side. But I was looking at the graph. It looked like there was a lot of heavy ascents and descents, and then it kind of got a little bit better. You were still doing, you know, the roller coaster up and downs, but it wasn't going down as far. So there wasn't as far to come up. The valleys are a little bit, I guess they don't go down as far, should I say. But we'll see. Just keep trucking, see how much time we make. But kind of bothersome when the other guy said it took him 8 hours to get from Ashby Gap to Sam Moore, because we haven't even made it to Sam Moore yet, and it's past 9:30. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I'll bring you back. I don't know, guys, but it is beautiful out here. I know that. I mean, it's kind of treacherous on my knees and my calves, but leaves all over the ground. Everything's starting to change colors. I mean, you don't have the full fall colors yet, but yeah, it's beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, amazing. Very beautiful up here in the mountains. So, yeah, very nice. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Some little either little rocks or the 101 acorns on the trail. Gotta be careful, even though the trail looks like it's getting smoother. You'll find a loose rock or pile of acorns to roll on. So, well, still headed down. Looks like there's a pretty good sized valley coming up. We're gonna head down in, and of course we'll have to come out of it. Man, that's nice and peaceful. Nice and peaceful morning. Yep, it's beautiful. All right, I'll bring you back. I just thought that was a good looking part of the trail there, so I'll bring you back later. Well, still descending the same hill. Kind of worrisome. Just means we got that much of a bigger hill to climb on the other side. Looks like looking through the trees, there's a pretty good mountain across the way, so probably be another brutal climb up to a very short 30-40 foot peak, and then probably right down the other side. Yeah, because man, the valleys, it's way down there. So keep heading down. I'll bring you back when we get to the bottom. Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know what we got here. Like maybe a wire, and I don't know what the cable's for with this wood. Looks like this might be where some water rushes down the mountain. Maybe that's to slow down the heavy debris, I'm not sure. But I'm not sure what that was, but just continue down here. Wow. Got to get down in that valley. So, looks like it's going to be some switchbacks. Probably some pretty serious ones to get down into that ravine and then up the other side. So it's probably not going to be very pleasant. So, yeah, it'd be pretty. Then somehow we got to go up to the other side. So, fun stuff. Let me see if I got that where you can see. All right, yeah, down, and then I don't know how we switch back. Got to come up, probably up over that next mountain. So, all right, I'll bring you back. Well, we made it down into the valley. A little bit of a stream here. Not much of one. A little trickling water. This probably isn't good. They probably have these set up as seats. It's probably take a break. I don't know. But oh yeah, there's some water flowing. So keep on trucking. Ooh, this is in the water. So oh, and there's Sam Moore Campground. I can navigate through this without slipping and falling in the water. I know my boots are water resistant, but that don't. So, all right. Here's Sam Moore Shelter in Sawmill Spring. So we got water. We got to head that way back up this mountain. And then, like I said, that guy we ran across this morning said it took him 8 hours to get from Ashby Gap to this campground. So we'll see what kind of mileage we get, where we're at, how many miles we got to go. Make a decision if we need to stay another night. Well, we made it to the bottom of the valley, headed up the other side. This is kind of what we got to go up through. Almost looks like we're almost at the top, but I'll bring you back. Well, that was definitely an illusion back there. Still headed up. I keep saying it, we're almost to the top, but when we get up higher, then there's more. So just can't see the top of it from where we're at. So keep on cruising. I'll bring you back when we get to the top. Well, I think we hit the peak. Doesn't look like it's going to be much. Here's the peak, and I'm assuming we just go down this other side. So give me a drink of water and continue on. Well, the peak of this mountain lasted a little bit longer than what I thought. I thought we were going to go right over the edge, but it kind of turned to the left.
Total 4 miles. 2 hours, 18 minutes, 28 seconds. Elevation 1,568 feet.
So 4 miles. I didn't really catch the time, but yeah, this peak gave us a chance to drink a little fluids. Might end up having to stop and mix up some electrolytes. So, all right, I'll bring you back. Looks like we're starting to descend. So, hopefully this valley's not like the last one. It was a good little hike to get down to the valley and a good hike to get back up. So, all right, I'll bring you back. All right, still heading down. I haven't made it to the valley yet. I can't really see to tell where the valley is. There's so many trees and I can't see the tree lines to be able to kind of tell. But looks like there's some logs or down trees in the trail up here. Gonna have to hop over. I'm not sure with the shutdown if they're getting out here and maintaining. I don't think they can. Well, I don't think they're supposed to. So, but at least it wasn't a huge log. Just step right over it, go. So, yep, just headed down. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I can see the next mountaintop. Looks pretty good size, so we'll just head down and head back up. Just do it repeatedly. I think there's a total of 12 or 13 peaks. I can't remember how many of them we've done. Kind of quit counting. So, all right, I'll bring you back. So, whenever you Google the roller coaster, there's one deal on there. It's like Virginia running something, and it shows the elevation, and it says that you should be able to run this in 2.5 to 4.5 hours. Now, I don't know. If there's someone out there that's running this, see this video, please leave a comment. Because, man, this is pretty brutal. I mean, I could see running across the peaks, but the peaks are so short. I don't know. Maybe I'm just that out of shape, which is, I mean, a fact. But, I mean, I'm carrying 30-something pounds on my back, you know, but I know the runners are carrying, you know, they're carrying a camelback with a couple liters of water, but that's not 30 pounds of, you know, hiking gear or a tent, sleeping bag, sleeping pad, pillow, food for 3 or 4 days. I mean, I don't know. If you run this or you know someone that runs this, please comment. Let me know. Because this seems pretty brutal. I mean, hard enough to, I mean, it's 13.5, so that's what, half a marathon. I mean, up and down hills. I mean, I guess you'd be in good shape to run flat ground, that's for sure. All right, I'll bring you back when we reach the bottom. All right, finally, almost to the valley floor here. Huge mountain next. It was just as tall as the one well, it looked taller than the one we just came down, so pretty good. It's going to be a good incline, I can tell you that. Probably be slow going, so you know, as long as we can make up time at the tops of these valleys. I mean, we gotta, if we average 1 mile an hour, to be a 15-hour hike. So we gotta do better than that. We won't be there until like 10 or 11 o'clock tonight. We got a late start out of Bear's Den, which, I mean, kind of slept in. It was nice being on a mattress. Then we got up and cooked our breakfast, made pancakes, and so we didn't leave out of there until 8 o'clock, a little bit after. So that's kind of on us, so we'll see. I'm not sure if the camera can see. We got to head way up there, so we'll see. I'll bring you back. All right, crossing another little stream here in the valley. We kind of ascended a little bit for coming down. Oh, some deer running through the woods. So, ooh, slick rocks. Oh, and wobbly ones. So, get through this. Gotta climb this big, huge mountain here. Well, I'll say big, huge, because every ascent seems huge to me. But I'll bring you back. Not sure I've made it to the top. Lots of helicopters flying by. Not sure where we're close to, but I don't know, but that was serious incline, and I'm going to tell you that I had to stop probably every 10-15 feet and catch my breath. I mean, I'm pretty out of shape, so that doesn't help. And I smoke, so that definitely doesn't help. But yeah, I was good for about 10-15 feet. I mean, that incline was so treacherous. I had to stop, breathe for a minute, stretch my legs. Yeah, pretty brutal. All right, ain't nothing better than a fork in the road. Oh, okay, there's my blaze. So I'll go that way. I'll just wait on Melvin here so that he knows which way we need to go. We'll continue on. I want to check my map and make sure we're doing good here. But all right, I'll bring you back later. All right, well, whew, that hill was brutal. We got to the top, had us a little seat on this log here, took our packs off a couple minutes, drank some water, ate some granola bars. Just gonna try to continue on. Hopefully we can make it to Ashby Gap. We're gonna give it our all. Try to pound it out. Try to make as much time up as we can. After those hills, I don't know, looking at the graph of the elevations, it doesn't look like we dipped down as far. There's still plenties of up and downs, but we don't go down to 600 feet and then back up to 1900 feet, you know. So, yeah, hopefully we can make up some time. We're here at Buzzard Hill. There's not much of an overlook. It just kind of goes over there to a little camping center. Then there's a trail back over here to, I guess, to lead out of here. So we got to continue on this way. So I'll bring you back. We get going here and see if we can make up a little time. I mean, we're still going to be going up and down, so it's going to be slow, but hopefully we can get there by 5 o'clock. Call, get picked up, get out of here. All right, I'll bring you back later. Oh, sorry guys, I thought Buzzard Hill was back that way. It's a pretty good view. Okay. Yep, I thought Buzzard Hill was that way. Looks like there's some little trail down there as well. I hear a buzzard. So, pretty good overlook. See the other mountains, that's probably where we came down, came across. So, all right, we'll get back to the trail and get to going. Well, that trail I pointed to from up from where we were looking down at, we just turned around the corner and led right to it. So, yep. So it looks like we're headed back down. So, yep, just continue on. We got the white blazes, so obviously headed in the right direction, I guess. I hope. Pretty good descent here. All right, I'll bring you back. All right. Came down a little bit. I wouldn't say we did go up a little, but I wouldn't say it was anything significant. So I think we're still down in the valley, or we haven't gone down in the valley yet all the way. But either way, hasn't been a bad section of the trail. Trying to keep moving along. Try to get some time in, kind of catch up. So, it'll be a long day, but we'll have it all done. We'll make it to mile marker 1001. So, be 1,001 miles from Georgia. Or no, yeah. So, some reason I was thinking that was the other way around from Maine, but no, the mileage starts south and heads north. So, yep, just keep cruising here. Pretty cool. I can hear wind, but I don't feel much of it. It's blowing pretty good though. I just don't feel much of it. What the heck? Someone's got my name. So, all right, we'll keep cruising. Yeah, this isn't too bad, but man, I hear a lot of wind. Oh, there we go. I feel a little bit of a breeze. That helps. Feels pretty good when it actually reaches down in here to me, instead of just hearing it blow. All right, I'll bring you back. So far, this is kind of what the trail's been. Like I said, I'll bring you back. All right, headed back down, descending. It was not too bad a trail back there, but it ended. So just headed down, and I'm sure, I'm 100% positive we'll be headed back up at some point. So we passed another just day hiker a while ago. Just out here hiking for exercise, just hiking through, no overnights, just carrying some water and some lunch. So he was making way better time than we are, but a lot lighter though too. So, all right, I'll bring you back. We get to the bottom and see what the ascent is. Not sure if the camera will pick that up, but I hear a pretty good flow of water. I mean, I'm not sure. I hear people as well, so I'm sure I'll have to quit recording here in a minute, but yeah, I hear a pretty good stream of water from somewhere. Oh, surely that's not it. And maybe it is. Maybe it's just coming off some rocks up there and sounding like that. And maybe it's the wind. Oh, is it a fall?
Yeah, through the fall.
Okay. So, I'm not sure. We got to go this way. So, There's another stream coming down. Another good little stream. Awesome. See the water coming down there. That's what was making all the noise. It sounded like a really good stream. You get over here, it's like, oh, that's not much of anything. So I'll bring you back. Either the mileage on the map is a little off, or let me take this off so I can, or something. This says Springer Mountain, Georgia is 1,000 miles, but we don't hit mile marker 1001 until Ashby Gap. So I'm not sure what's right here, but anyway, something cool. All right, headed down a descent. Nice breeze on this side of the mountain. We had a good breeze earlier, but we turned some corner around one of the mountains and it was blocking it. Breeze feels good, but I'm not sure what we're leading to down here. It kind of looks like a road, maybe? I don't know. We'll see when we get down here. It looks like there's a gravel or a dirt lot and then pave. I don't know. Hard to see from way up here. Got another descent here. And lots of those today. Yeah, I'm not sure about this mileage, because when you go to the interactive map, on the AT interactive map, it shows mile marker 1001 is at Ashby Gap. And you're counting up, headed north. And that sign that we passed back there said 1,000 foot from Springer Mountain. Now, it's got to be, I'm not sure which one's right or which one's wrong, but so we're probably at mile marker, really, up by the interactive map, 1,008, 1,006. I don't know how many miles we got to go to get to Ashby, but Ashby Gap should be mile marker 1001 when you go to the interactive map. So, all right, just cross a gravel road here. Looks like they've got some parking for the AT down there for the day hikers. So I'm not really 100% sure what road this is, but we're gonna continue on here. All right, I'll bring you back. All right, doing a little bit more of a descend here after crossing that gravel road. So, not too bad of a path. I mean, at least it's not giant boulders, which slow you way down. So, all right, well, hopefully we don't go too far down before we start coming back up. So, I'll bring you back. Not sure if you can see the other mountaintops over there, that shot, but pretty nice looking. I mean, you can get a little break in the trees and see, but the trail's getting rough. So kind of leveled out there for a second. More of a descent again, and rocks this time. So I probably shouldn't have said something a while ago about it not being rocky. Oh, that's how it goes. All right, I'll bring you back. Well, even though it's rocky through here and trails covered, it's still cool looking. Still pretty cool coming between all these big rocks, and yeah, pretty cool stuff, man. It is gorgeous up here. You know, I know there's a lot of times you wish that there was a break in the trees. For one, so you could get a good breeze, but two, so you could see out and see across to the other mountains would be pretty cool. But overall, man, the Appalachian Trail, at least the parts we've done, has not disappointed. It's very beautiful and very quiet. Well, until you hit the sections where they've got the you know, the day hikers and the stuff like that, and then you run across quite a few people. But other than that, pretty nice trails. All right, I'll bring you back. All right, finally got out of the rocks. Kind of got confusing back there on where the trail was. I actually had to bring up the maps and make sure we were headed the right direction. This is pretty cool, little walk bridge. Pretty narrow. Oh, very cool. Up the stream, down. Very awesome. Oh, a little bouncy. Very cool. See, like this part, I mean, it's like, where do I go? There's a little campsite. Right there, someone's got a little fire pit, but I mean, without that tree being marked, I mean, I don't know. I think it could be a little bit more better marked in some spots, especially for people that have never hiked it before, don't have a clue. I mean, oh wow, here's a little roadway. All right, I'll bring you back later. I'm gonna tell you, after crossing that bridge, it's a serious ascent. It's got some switchbacks in it, but man, pretty challenging. All right, I reached the top. I'll bring you back. Well, just taking a break here for a second. Let Melvin catch up. Take a breather. I'm not sure if we ascend anymore or not, but boy, that was pretty brutal climb here, guys. Kind of got used to it, not going way down deep and then all the way back up. It was kind of just, you know, rolling up and down, but it wasn't going real far down. That one did. We had to come all the way back up, so pretty good incline on that one. So it's gonna hurt our time, but be okay. Well, stopped back there to get a drink. That was kind of deceiving. We thought we had hit the plateau, but we had not. Came up around, took a right-hand turn, right back into some switchback. So we still haven't made it to the top of this peak. So carrying on, I don't think we have too much more. We should crest the peak. Wow, kind of hard to tell where to go, but there is a white blaze up there on that tree, up high enough where you can see it from down low. So yeah, just huffing and puffed my way to the top here. I don't think we have too many more miles of what they call the roller coaster, but like I said, I'll bring you back in between the, you know, the top of the peaks and the valleys, but hopefully we're getting close to getting out of this stuff. So all right, I'll bring you back. So I just wanted to get a view looking down this slope. I mean, we just switched back up this other side. It looks like we go up here and we got to go back up even higher. So I'll bring you back when I get to the top. I keep thinking I'm at the top and I'm not. So I finally made it up the peak. get up here, and we go right back down. So take a breather here for a second, catch my wind, and then hit the road again. So yeah, that last mountain peak was very disappointing. Get up there, it's like 5 feet long, and then right back down. I mean, it is called the roller coaster, so we shouldn't have very much longer to go. What do you think, Melvin? Another hour of it? Maybe a little bit more of an hour or so of the ups and downs. Get out of the roller coaster. So I'll bring you back. Looks like we're about to ascend again, so I'll bring you back. Well, we're still descending, so just keep the cruising here. Hopefully we can wrap this roller coaster stuff up and make some time on the trail. At some point I gotta call and let my wife know we're a couple miles from there. She's got about a 45-50 minute drive to come pick us up. So yeah, hopefully all is smoother. Well, still on the descent. I mean, as long as it took us to ascend that hill, I mean, it's no surprise. But there is a heck of a mountain across the way. I'm assuming we're gonna have to get back up there. Kind of hoping to be done with the big descents and ascends, but doesn't look that way. Well, as you guessed it, we came down that big hill to head right back up the next one. So pretty good size hill, or mountain should I say. It's not a hill. I'll bring you back when we make it up it. Well, still trying to make the ascent here. We haven't made it to the top, but there's a good breeze. That helps. Getting up here high enough on the mountain that we get to feel it. Lots of switchbacks. Seems like it's starting to level off, but I can still see more mountain up, but all right, I'll bring you back. All right, stop, and I'm on my last liter of water. Went ahead and poured a pack of electrolytes in there. I'll do a video just going over the water filter that I've got and the electrolytes I carry. Some of the vitamins that I bring along with me. I'll do that in a little video after this one, but had to pop in a new battery in the GoPro, make sure I had enough to make it. I was down to like 16 or 18%, something like that. So went ahead and swapped that out. And looking at the map, doesn't look like we have much to go to finish the roller coaster. So, not saying the trail's going to be easy after that, but it'll seem easier. Yeah, I don't know how many rolling hills or mountains we got after that. So, yep. I'll bring you back when we get to the sign that says the roller coaster's over, and see if we can make up some time. Think around I think there's a cabin a couple miles from Ashby Gap. That's where I'll probably call for our ride, and we can get out of here, get home, get a shower, sleep in my own bed. Be nice. All right, I'll bring you back. Of course, we're headed back down. I haven't seen any signs for the roller coaster yet, but looking at the map earlier, we didn't have far to go to where they designate the start of it. But yeah, just steady pace down through this stuff. Pretty rocky. Some of them are loose. Just always stuff hidden under the leaves. So plenty of acorns to trip and fall on. Like stepping on marbles. But good thing they don't roll as well as marbles. So all right, we'll get down, get going across here, and I'll bring you back when we hopefully meet the end of this roller coaster. All right, getting to a little bit more rocky terrain on the way down here. So yeah, a lot of fun stuff. Good use of the sticks here. It's nice to have these, especially in situations like this, and they help you get up hills as well. Help, use your arms. But yeah, coming down this stuff, very, very helpful. So, yep, just wanted to kind of show you the terrain and how steep we're going down here. A lot of loose rocks through this area. A lot of quartz laying on the deal. A lot of these rocks have veins of quartz running through them. They look cool. But yeah, go down the trail and go that way. So I'll bring you back. Coaster. Sorry, I'm trying to get my sticks. My phone alarm's going off. So, entering the roller coaster. Have a great ride. Trail boss and the crew. Well, I'm telling you, it was a roller coaster. Up and down, up and down. Kind of glad it's over, really. I mean, the Appalachian Trail is challenging by itself, but for two guys straight off their couch who just decide to pick up their hiking pack and go hiking with no training, no nothing, it's pretty challenging, to say the least. I mean, yeah, we don't work out, we don't do anything. We just grab our packs, get a wild hare, take some vacation from work, come out here and give her hell. So that is complete. The roller coaster is complete. So we've hiked all of Maryland. We completed the roller coaster down onto Ashby Gap, Ashby Gap to get to our ride. I'll bring you back later. All right, just finished the roller coaster, hitting these wooden planks. There's a sign down here that says something. Oh, Fisher's Hill Loop Trail is what it says. So that would be the Blue Blazes. I'm not sure what that entails, but Fisher's Hill Loop Trail. I'm all excited to be done with that roller coaster. I can't talk. All right, I'll bring you back. All right, just crossed the wood planks there. Got about an hour and 50, maybe 2 hours left. I think it's 3:30 or so. Here, let me look, make sure. Yeah, 3:15, so 2 hours to go. We may be there by 5:30. I don't know. It depends on how much the trail slows us down. Kind of hard to have any reserves of gas after finishing all those peaks, but we'll see how it goes. I'm sure there's going to be some other hills and stuff, but hopefully they're nothing like what we just did. So, all right, I'll bring you back. All right, here we are passing Rod Hollow Shelter. Looks like Whiskey Hollow Shelter's 9 miles. And so, yeah. So we'll continue on here. I'll bring you back. I don't know, but we just crossed some wooden planks. They must set those wooden planks up through muddy areas, I'm assuming, or maybe where water flows across. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I mean, it seems pretty dry. And I'm not sure, but but I don't know. There was some back there that really needed some boards replaced. A couple of them, that middle board's not touching the ground anymore. It's pretty bouncy. So we'll just continue on here. Well, we thought the ascents were over. It was a pretty good ascent back there after we crossed the wood planks. Kind of started heading up. By the looks of everything, I know the camera probably doesn't pick it up, but looks like we're at the top of this ridge. Maybe we'll run this ridge until we get to Ashby Gap. I mean, it's probably wishful thinking, but I mean, kind of a breeze up here, top of the ridge, so that's good. But I probably got 2 inches of water left in my Smart Water bottle. It's a 33 ouncer with my electrolytes in there. So it's over an hour to go. I'm almost be cutting it close. I'll probably be out of water really by the time I get there, but I'll bring you back. Well, this is how the trail's kind of been. Pretty hot and humid and sticky through all these tight trees, but little descents and ascends here and there, but nothing like it was when we first got up to this. So yeah, just cruising. We passed another hiker going the other way. We wished him luck. So he was planning on staying somewhere and then going on to Bear's Den. But so yeah, that's kind of what the trail's been so far. Well, like I said, it's the AT, so it can change at any moment. Looks like we're about to head down now. So, all right, I'll bring you back. Yeah, pretty good descent here. Looks like we turn and descend some more, go down in this valley. Of course, we'll have to get out of it, but never know. It could just have us walking through the valley for a while. So we'll see. Looks like there's a rock wall down here. You know, when you pass these rock walls, it kind of makes you wonder if it's an old land, you know, property marker, or is it old, you know, walls from the Civil War that were, you know, they were trying to hold a position, or, but very cool. I wouldn't have wanted to be the guy building it, but yeah, goes that way, goes back to the left, so pretty cool. But I couldn't imagine walking all these hills and everything in old Civil War boots headed to go fight. Would have been rather tough. So I'll bring you back. Well, kind of leveled off here for a second. Thought I'd bring you back. Pretty narrow trail. Good for spider webs. Just continuing on. We passed that, I can't think of the name, but it's a cabin place. Hopefully there'll be a sign. That's where I need to probably go ahead and call. Tell my wife to head this way. I'll be glad to see her. Not because she's coming to get me. But after 3 days on the trail, I'm kind of ready to be home and back with my family, I can tell you that. Trail's nice, the wilderness is nice, but get out here, you sure do miss being at home with your family. So I'm ready. So I'll bring you back when we get close. Hopefully there's a sign for that cabin. I could see it on the map. So hopefully there's a sign. That'll be kind of my mark to go ahead and call her, even if we have to wait a little bit in the parking lot. No big deal. If we have to wait, I'll definitely have to try to see if there's any little bit of water left in my bladder and pour it in my water bottle so I can drink some. I'm down to about a half an inch. I probably got a drink left, just kind of trying to save it until I absolutely can't handle it anymore. So all right, I'll bring you back. All right, here's the cabin. I just was talking to you. I rounded the corner and here it is. So I guess it's time to make my phone call and tell my wife we're almost there, and please head this way and rescue me. So all right, I'll bring you back later when we get to Ashby Gap. All right, just made my phone call. So just cruise this last little bit. Probably got an hour left on the trail. And then should come into Ashby Gap. Told my wife she might have to wait on us a little bit because I don't know how good a time we're gonna make. Oh man, something bit me on the neck just now. Well, hopefully I smashed it. So hopefully it wasn't something too gnarly. Hopefully it wasn't too bad of a spider. Ow, feels like it's still there. All right, but yep, just gonna keep cruising on. And hopefully before too long we're there. I think there's a couple of little side trails we should cross. So that should be some, you know, trail guides to see how much we got left. But I'll bring you back when we get closer. Hopefully we don't have too many more valleys and ascends, because man, those are slowing us down. I think we're pretty much out of gas at this point. Just kind of running on fumes, hitting the reserve tank. All right, I'll bring you back. I know we're making another descent, but man, there is a good breeze flowing through right now, making me realize how sweaty my shirt is, because that breeze almost feels cool. So oh yes, very nice, very needed. Oh, enjoy it for a minute. All right, get going again. I'll bring you back. All right, guys, still on our way to Ashby Gap. Kind of came down through some little bit of switchbacks, changing elevation, came down a little bit, but still looks like we're riding on this mountain. I can see valley over to the right of me. It just goes down. So came down a little bit, but not a whole lot. So just continuing on. I'll hopefully we'll be getting to Ashby Gap before long. I mean, we still had over an hour at that cabin. So, yep, just kind of starting to run on fumes, as I said before. So, not really making a huge pace at this point. Just trying to finish it up. I think that'll be 15-mile day. So, pretty good. So, I'll bring you back. Came across this little stream. I'm gonna have to filter some water and fill up my water bottle. I'm completely out of water, so I just want to have some water just to finish up the trail, make it to Ashby Gap. But I'm pretty thirsty, so I'm gonna just filter some water real quick and get back going. All right, guys, getting back going after filtering some water there at that creek. Nice and ice cold. Feel a little bit better. I drank half that 33-ounce Smart Water bottle I got. Topped it back off, so I got a full 33 ounces of water. About a mile and a half to go. Didn't realize I had that far to go. I may have called my wife a little early, but at least we'll be getting picked up right when we get there. Went ahead and got the headlamp out, just in case. Depends on how the sun is and which side of the mountain we are. Could be setting early for us, so got the headlamp out, got it on, ready to go if it starts getting dark. So just keep on trucking. Get this thing done. So that'd be from last time we did from the Mason-Dixon line in Pennsylvania all the way across Maryland to Harpers Ferry. We started back up at Harpers Ferry Sunday morning, and we're about to be at Ashby's Gap. So I think the mile marker at Harpers Ferry, 1,036. We're going to 1,001, so 35 miles. Not too bad, especially when you throw in all the mileage of the roller coaster in there. So, yep. Keep on trucking. Hopefully, my wife's not waiting too long. But I told her she might have to wait on us. We're moving pretty slow now, so I mean, could be another hour before we get there, but hopefully not. Hopefully it'll be just another 30-40 minutes to be there, but like I said, depends on the severity of the trail, how much more my old knees can take. So, yep, I'll bring you back when we get closer. Feeling a little bit better knowing that I've got water. I was kind of starting to worry about that. Having another hour hike with no water kind of, I mean, I guess it's doable, but not something I was looking forward to. I kind of like the thought when I get thirsty being able to take a drink, but I do have to say, I wish I would have had some electrolytes first thing this morning when we hit the trail, and then drank some more when I just drank some, because yeah, I just feel like I need a lot of water, really. But I took off tomorrow from work so I can hydrate and get my feet back in shape before I head back to work. So I'll bring you back steady as she goes here. Well, kind of glad I got my headlamp out, because it sure does get darker here in the woods before it gets dark out there. So hopefully we make it before we have to turn those on, because I mean, we have to hike with them on. We do. We don't have much of a choice. We got to get to the parking lot. But see how it goes here. Just keep on trucking. Should be a sign that says Ashby Gap parking. We'll have to leave the trail to get over to the parking lot. So, but yeah, it already seems like it's getting darker and darker in here. So, just keep on trucking. Yeah, I may have called my wife a little early. Should have checked the map, probably called her from where we were picking up our water, but it's okay. Be glad to see her. I'm sure she won't be glad to have us pile in her car. Probably smell like straight salt, but I guess it could be body odor, but I just smell like salt. Brought a little travel deodorant with me, but yeah, because when I smelled my shirt back there, it just smells like straight salt. So, all right, I'll bring you back when we get to the Ashby Gap sign. Now, I think I hear a lot of car traffic up ahead, and I think you got to come down, look like a pretty good highway, and then get off to get to the parking lot. So, but in these mountains, I mean, that could still be quite a ways away, but you know, it's good to hear the highway, give you a little, you know, feeling of we're getting closer. So just got to be watching for that Ashby Gap side trail. I just hope it doesn't get too dark. I just want to make sure I can see that thing. I mean, oh, gnat flew right in my eye. Lovely. So, yep, just gonna keep cruising. But yeah, I don't know if the camera picks that highway noise up or not. I kind of got it set to you know, focus on voice, but I don't know if you can or not, but I can hear it, and it sure is getting louder. So hopefully getting closer, get down there to the side trail, give Melvin a chance to catch up. He's always just 30 feet behind me. Taller than him, I walk faster. So it is what it is. We move at 2 different speeds, so just give him a chance to catch up. I don't want him to walk past the chute going to the parking lot. That would totally suck. Because I took my phone out of airplane mode. That way, if my wife is there, she can track where I'm at, how far I am away. But I know Melvin's probably still got his in airplane mode, conserving battery. That's a pretty neat trick when you go hiking. Just put your phone in airplane mode till you need it. I mean, you will conserve some battery unless you're using like a, you know, like a Samsung Health or a hiking app or something like that. A lot of hikers I met put it in airplane mode and also put it in battery saving mode. And they use about 20% a day. So if you don't want to carry a solar panel to recharge your phone, that is an option. So some of these, like the Hostel, had power. You know, you come across some parks that have power at their pavilions. So there's other ways to charge your devices, but I'm carrying a solar panel charger I charge my phone with, and then I'm carrying like a 50,000 milliamp that I'm charging my GoPro with, which when I charge my GoPro off it takes about 10% of that to charge my GoPro. So it's probably a little bit much, but I did bring extra batteries. I switched one over earlier because unable to charge. I just put in a new battery and kept on strolling. So all right, I'll bring you back when we get closer. All right, this should be us. See, AT parking, and then Appalachian Trail south and north. So let's wait on Melvin a bit, and we're going to take this trail up to the parking and catch a ride home, man. All right, I'll bring you back as we're coming out to the parking.